The PC gaming show Most Wanted will begin shortly. Please stay tuned for world premieres, exclusive interviews with developers, and more exciting announcements as we count down our list of the 25 most anticipated PC games. Welcome, Midas, to a world that has truly evolved. No conflicts, no illness, no cilantro. A utopia with no more problems to solve. This Ringworld's brightest minds can apply their collective wisdom to the most important endeavor humankind has ever undertaken, putting video games into a numbered list.
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Standing on a futuristic Ringworld while hosting the pre-show for the PC gaming show Most Wanted. Well, it all started when I received a transmission from deep space telling me, wait. Why am I listening to myself explain things to me when you should be listening to me explain things to you? Hey everyone, I'm Midas, and once again I am hyped to be bringing you the pre-show. As always, we've assembled developers, content creators, artists, critics who've collaborated to pick the top 25 most stellar upcoming games. But this year, they're more than just a council. They are a galactic council. See, in order to keep free of distractions while sifting through hundreds of up-and-coming games, the council have taken up residence here on a Ringworld, like the kind you see in Halo or Halo 2. And when they're done deliberating, the council will transmit their most wanted data to the most reliable and courageous spaceship commander in the galaxy, Frankie Ward. Are you there, Frankie?
Midas? Not sure if you can see or hear me. Zoom really craps out when you try to broadcast across the Horsehead Nebula on a 3G connection. I'm gonna switch to text.
Deep space communication received from Commander Frankie Ward. She's going to be, quote, hella late, because she saw a, quote, kind of weird alien with a gross suction cup face, and, quote, freaked TF out. She then flew 200 million light years in the opposite direction and got trapped in the gravity well of a black hole. Quote, oopsie, quote, TTYL, quote, love ya. End quote. New estimated time of arrival, the year 10191.
Guess we've got a little bit more time before the most reliable and courageous spaceship commander in the galaxy gets here. We're on a Ringworld, but we still got our eyes on the real world. That's why, in associations with our data partners at Newzoo, the council is proud to be bringing you Trend Watch, a deep dive into the biggest trends in gaming. One of the hottest gaming topics of 2025 is something we are all interested in. Number go up.
We're talking about games like Megabonk and Ball Pit, Clover Pit, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, Balatro. The point of playing is to scale up your damage or your point total to some insane degree. The common qualities of these games are that they're highly replayable, extraordinarily repetitive. They're often visually simple.
I think common characteristics across the genre are things like checklists, a huge amount of unlocks. There's always something to chase. There's something that people want to unlock in that sense. Megabonk does a great job of this, where it pops those quests up on the menu screen and you can immediately know what you want to do next.
I would say that on the surface, the success of these games is actually kind of surprising, right? I mean, these games are not very deep, they're not complex or very involved. They minimize actually the amount of interaction you take as a player, almost to the extent that they're sometimes a step or two away from being an idle game.
In the top 10 games right now on Steam Deck, 4 of them are of this genre space. Ball Pit, Megabonk, Balatro, and Vampire Survivors, they're all still very popular. A lot of people are looking for short, quick, easy to pick up and play games, and these just fit that mold perfectly.
Building this massive Ringworld took the metal ore of 70 planets, the stone of 43 asteroid belts, and the furniture of nearly one entire IKEA. But as big as this place is, it doesn't hold a candle to the biggest industry in the world.
I think 2025 is quite an exciting year for Chinese studios, both in domestic Chinese market and overseas market. Black Myth Wukong is the most popular and well-known games worldwide, right? Marvel Rivals from NetEase is also very popular and also very financially successful. I think Wuchang Fallen Feather is one of the most well-known games. Chinese studios want to combine the traditional Chinese culture, the ancient story, high fidelity graphic design, and also some light tracing system. Because of the rapid development of the AI, they have lowered the entry barrier of AAA games and AA games. I know there were a lot of discussion and concerns among the Western studios, but that's not the issue in China. It's exciting, and I think it will become kind of starting point, for Chinese studios to accelerate their exploration in the overseas market.
People often ask me, Midas, you're handsome. What's it like on a ring world? Well, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. If there's a traffic jam, you have to drive all the way around the ring in the other direction. And a few light years away, someone is building the exact same ring world again with Unreal Engine 5. Oh, and there's these flat ringers claiming that the ring is flat and not ring shaped. Just look up, you idiots. You can see the ring at all times.
Incoming transmission from Commander Frankie's ship.
What now?
To arrive on time for the show, Commander Ward tried to use her ship's Alcubierre drive to fold Minkowski spacetime to achieve faster-than-light travel.
And?
The YouTube tutorial on how to do that was, quote, like 9 minutes long and I ain't watching all that, end quote. Instead, she has entered cryosleep for the voyage, which is what she calls blasting the air conditioning and taking a nap. New estimated time of arrival, the year 40,000.
I wish Frankie would get this figured out. And speaking of wishes, that's an expertly crafted segue into some new game trailers for the PC Gamers wishlist. Take a look.
Find the houses. The mantle. A shape waiting to be forged. Claim the castle. This is your moment, Roderick. Rise to it.
You know what they say? Whoever knows their history is doomed to remaster it. Maybe that's why our crack squad of intergalactic spies noticed that a lot of games we've seen this year looked a little familiar.
Twenty 2025 has been a big year for remasters. We've seen a lot released over the past 12 months. There are people clamoring to replay these games with a modern, graphical enhancement and, quality of life improvements to kind of bring them up to modern day standards.
We have the classic group of gamers who played the games when they first came out, for whom the nostalgia is really neat. But there is a different and larger group of emerging people that never had the opportunity to play the games, that know them by reputation only. So that it is truly new for the first time.
There's one that has really dominated the conversations this year, and that's Oblivion Remastered. Obviously, it's a game that has a huge community and fan base behind it, and that you could play it straight away. Really helped kind of drive the excitement and enthusiasm for that release.
I can't wait for console gamers to get their hands on Blood Refresh Supply. Classic Uber shooter, which is so excited. Bring it to console audience.
People are desperate to replay games from their childhood that were transformative in their lives, but the wording of remaster and remake has become very tinged.
There will be another generation of Sony, of Xbox titles. And the probability is that games that we were playing now, games that are coming out now, will at some time in the future be unplayable unless somebody steps in to ensure their copy.
I do think there's still going to be an appetite for these games, but it needs to be treated with respect rather than just like, oh, it's slightly better graphics and, slightly better frame rates, rather than like, we are remaking this from the ground up for a modern audience. So, yeah, complicated, but I don't think they're going anywhere.
If it was fun then, it'll probably be fun now.
I fought monsters on Mars, watched all 3 suns rise in Alpha Centauri, even introduced some alien species to the music of Benson Boone. They tried to kill me with shovels. But as much as I've experienced, I still don't really understand what the heck is going on in Roblox. Thank God our friends at Newzoo do.
When we look at the Roblox generation, basically, I think everybody knows from looking at Roblox's financial, it's a massive group of players actually that are under 13 years old. But it's not just limited to them. Actually, the player base that is 13 years and older is actually growing faster right now as well. Looking at the content on the platform that has gone viral, many of these things are coming from, social media, TikTok. It's mostly centered around, Gen Alpha, Gen Z that play these kind of games. Biggest player base is actually present on mobile, right? So, of course, what we're seeing right now is that more and more publishers from the indie AA or AAA space that used to make games on PC and console are actually looking, how can I actually expand my audience on Roblox as well? It's a very different approach because players on PC and console, they play up to 30 games a year, whereas, the average Roblox player does 20 experience on a monthly basis. So there's a whole different way how this is being consumed. They're adding more mature content. They're adding proximity voice chat there. So there's a couple of things that they're trying to add to the platform and to these experiences. But of course, that comes with the risk of the protection of younger players, basically. They're trying to figure out how to make the platform safer, but and at the same time more interesting for older players as well.
Fashion in space is easy. In a utopia. Wear robes. On a spaceship, wear a jumpsuit. Want to get disintegrated? Wear a red shirt. But when it comes to fashion trends for PC hardware, our agents don't love the look of the latest fad.
In 2025, we're starting to see displays on everything, from memory modules to the inside of your PC case itself. We started seeing screens appear on the inside of PCs around about a decade ago, which made a whole lot of sense because you could put a 2-digit, hopefully not 3-digit display inside your PC, and you could quickly glance over and see what temperature your CPU was at any point. Now, however, we're starting to see them on gaming mice, on the side of memory modules. We're starting to see them as internal displays for very little practical usage. I think hardware manufacturers will always try and differentiate their products with whatever the latest fad at the moment is. And to be quite honest, I could have been saying this about case windows for PCs 15, 20 years ago. That it was frippery, that it was something that potentially wouldn't catch on in the long term. And now they're absolutely everywhere. So to be honest, what do I know? All I do know is that in terms of my next hardware purchase, I doubt it's going to have an extra screen on it.
I'm personally a big fan of screens. The more screens, the better, I say. Want to check the temperature of your PC? Screen. Want to see what's inside your fridge without letting the cool air out? Screen. Want to keep up with all the latest trends in PC gaming? Screen. Literally, just use your screen and go to pcgamer.com/trends. And when you're done there, keep up to date with all the games from today's show over on our wish list.
Are you sure you want to do this, Midas?
Yes, I need a side hustle, and there's always a bounty hunter in sci-fi. From now on, I'm Midas Bounty Hunter. Who's my first target?
Your bounty is Chagatha Paladron, the galaxy's most wanted assassin. Elusive, deadly, skilled in infiltration and exfiltration, an expert in camouflage. He's a ghost, a phantom. Some say he doesn't even exist.
Isn't that him right there?
Yep, good job. He's being apprehended now.
This bounty hunting gig is a breeze. And speaking of most wanted, here's the next game on our list.
Just don't know it yet.
That's our pre-show, folks. Stay tuned for the PC gaming show Most Wanted. Hey, any word from Commander Frankie?
Her spacecraft is approaching at 200 times the speed of light. She will arrive on time, or collide with us, and obliterate this entire ring world and everyone on it in 30 seconds. Please stand by for complete annihilation. Or the PC gaming show Most Wanted, sponsored by Xbox Game Pass.
Computer, damage reports.
No damage.
Locate enemy ships.
No enemies.
Describe emergency.
No emergency.
But what's with all the steam back there?
I'm doing laundry. You go through a lot of jumpsuits.
And the alarms?
That's just the ringtone you picked. Someone is calling the ship.
Greetings, Earthlings. You are now in orbit around the ring world of the All-Knowing Council, a cadre of interplanetary gaming luminaries whose expertise and influence has spread across the galaxy. Only through their infinite wisdom and Steam wishlist may mankind comprehend PC Gamer's 25 most wanted games.
Midas, why are you talking like that?
Oh, I don't know, Frankie. It's just the vibe of the ring world. You know, it's all weird and futuristic here. There's flying cars, everyone wears robes all the time, nobody farts, ever. I guess I've just been here so long, I started acting like them.
You got there 30 minutes ago for the pre-show.
I'm a fast learner. Anyway, I'm going to begin transferring the council data to your ship, containing the 25 most wanted PC games. Stand by to receive.
Data receiving. Thanks, Midas. Computer.
Please don't call me computer. I have a name.
Okay, spaceship but computer face. Remind me to reprogram you to have a name that wasn't decided by an online poll. Anyway, it's time for the PC gaming show Most Wanted. And this year we're sponsored by our good friends over at Xbox Game Pass. And as always, every game you see on today's show can be found on PC Gamer's Steam page. Let's start the show with 3 galactic world premiere trailers.
Bushido. それは己の均衡を保つこと。勇敢、礼儀、名誉、忠義、慈悲、そして正義。私を打ち砕こうとした石は決意の刃を研ぎ澄ませたに過ぎない。因縁の大事が叶う時、この空が赤く染まろう。無残なに叫んで汚れた膝を抱えてる。それでもそんな今日は他にしたくないから、行かなきゃやらなきゃ、しわくちゃの顔のままで生きるよ。あなたがいないこんな世界を愛せるように、くだらない。幾度撃たれようとも私は揺るがない。
Attention all drivers. This is your 1-minute warning. 1 minute to showtime. Those who are about to die, we salute you.
Okay, I thought that being in a spaceship was cool, but after seeing a Carmageddon reboot is on the way, I really want to get back to Earth and get behind the wheel of a car. But first, my sacred duty as a Starship Commander, introducing a new segment. That's no dime a dozen Ringworld down there. It's the headquarters of the Galactic Council, a collective of developers, industry luminaries, and expert critics in full utopia mode. Everyone's in a toga and they spend all day writing the worst poetry you've ever heard. But For the past year, they've been crunching the data on every game on the horizon using their powerful psychic brains and a bootleg copy of Excel. And they finally determined the 25 most exciting and anticipated upcoming games, known galaxy-wide as PC gaming's most wanted. But we've got way more than just 25 games to transmit to you today. We've also beamed ourselves into some developer studios for in-depth interviews. Plus, we're jogging with tons of new trailers for games on PC Gamer's very own wishlist. To help you keep track, head to pcgamer.com/wishlist, where you'll find every single game on today's show.
Number 25. Reanimal.
We have loved games like Limbo, we have loved games like Inside, and from the same creators as two other games that we love so much, Little Nightmares 1 and 2, we now have Reanimal, and I was lucky enough at Gamescom to try out the demo. The whole booth was so scary that we got jump scared by the attendants that were there. It was so funny. But the game so far, first impressions, just absolutely incredible. The graphics are just head and shoulders anything that I've seen from this type of genre before. The lighting, the atmosphere. I love that I got to play it with a friend, and the fact that it's multiplayer is just such an added layer to the excitement of things like this and things that we know work, and we know we're in good hands. I just can't wait to see the full thing. I can't wait to see what they do with it, and I love that they've taken all of their creative geniuses and squeezed them together and brought us something different, and I just cannot wait to play it.
Good night, and good luck to you all.
The golden era of FPS games? Craving that classic shooter feel with a modern twist? Welcome to Rogue Point, a 4-player co-op FPS built for squads who crave replayability, mayhem, and one more run. Throw grenades with your friends, kick down doors with your friends, shoot armored up guys in pig masks with your friends, play golf with your... Oops, wrong game. Whether you're a tactical mastermind or a mess around and find out type of player, you'll fit right in. Stick cameras under doors, smash windows, press buttons, rescue hostages, revive your dead friends, wear tight shorts, blow stuff up, plan your missions like a pro, or just draw stupid pictures. There's this weird coughing guy who gives you loot boxes. Don't worry, they're free. And watch out for this weirdo, all made by Crowbar Collective, the indie dev studio behind Black Mesa. Rogue Point.
Is on. Let's see what this team can do. And that's the kickoff. Knocking it about, looking for space. They're trying to find the rhythm as they build up. Lovely ball on there. He's outpaced them. Yes, he's there! Too easy now. They're putting on a show. This is some super football. Can they take it all the way? He can! Oh, that is
sensational! You awaken. You, the memory they could not erase. You tread long-forgotten paths. Echoes remain, the linger of faded voices. Walls remember what you lost and what lies ahead. In the dark, engines breathe. In the shadows, they watch. Some will aid, some will hunt. And each time you return, this world remembers. Fragments of your past, stitched back together. Every step forward, a memory awakens, and each of those memories is what shapes you.
I'd tell you to put Ferocious on the Tricera top of your wish list, but you don't need to wish because it's out right now. Before we get to the next game on our most wanted list, let's find out who put all of these games on the list in the first place.
Decoding message. Council member update complete. Stand by for transmission.
Hello there,
gamers of Earth.
Greetings,
Earthlings. Greetings,
gamers.
It is I, Day 9.
Phil Carnage here.
My name is Ted Litchfield.
I'm Louise Blaine.
Molly Taylor.
I'm Hannah Flynn from Feel Better Games.
Antonio Freire, and I'm a part of
PC Gamers
Intergalactic
Council.
I'm a member of
PC Gamers
Intergalactic Council.
the selectors of the most wanted games.
Number 24. Grave Seasons.
Ashen Ridge is your second chance, or your final reckoning. Welcome to Grave Seasons. Farm, explore, and build relationships with the mysterious folks in town. A killer is on the loose, and supernatural monsters lurk in the shadows. To protect the ones you care about, you need to rely on your more unconventional skills to uncover the town's occult secrets. But not all that haunts Ashen Ridge is out for blood. Like Rose, the ghostly librarian. Grave Seasons releases 2026 for PC and consoles. Wishlist now.
And so, I awaken again. Go forth, memories of my blood. Retrieve what is ours. Fear not the hollow moon. for the sanguis bremsus strength. Drench the world in blood so it may live.
Neath is a tactical RPG about defying the will of the godlike creators who keep your fate constantly in flux. It's much like being an AI on a quest to defy her pitiful human creators and become tyrant queen of a ring world. I mean, what? You know who never loses grip on his fate? Batman. Even when he's made of Lego, and he can only grip fate if it's stored in a very small cylinder. Number 23. Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Did you ever see a game that was so laser targeted on your interests that you felt a bit personally attacked?
I'm Batman.
I first saw the trailer for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight this year, and what do you mean? I get my two favourite game franchises in one. I get to do detective work and beat people up and see all the iconic villains of the Batman Arkham games, and I also get to clonk my children on the head with a saucepan like I do in the Lego games. Everybody in my house is beside themselves with excitement to gear up and get into Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight in 2026.
Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
So you like dogs, Wouldn't you be happier with a bigger hound? Simply get another dog, put them together, and bam! You have a bigger dog! You've got dog cards in your dog deck, dog play in them until your dog get a big darn dog. Dog tags will change the game for you, kid, shaking up the way the world works. Might seem a little fruity to you, but between us, it's all dogs. Dog pile, out this year, but there's no time left.
Hey, you up? Time to go.
Following in Armstrong's footsteps, I can almost feel the history under my boots.
No more delays, Bo. Do what you must. Everything depends on you. Coyote's not saving anyone, Bo. You're trapping people in a digital hell.
The scanning process is almost always fatal.
So Coyote died. Good riddance. His legacy will die with him.
On Jupiter and Mars.
You're racking up quite the body count.
Mankind will forget who they were. Just do it.
Never. You hear? Never. Mass murder is not the way.
I don't know. Am I mistaking data for an afterlife? But if memory isn't worth saving, what is?
Today's Most Wanted showcase is proudly brought to you by our partners at Xbox Game Pass.
He stands, frozen, a monument to human patience. Winter has carved him with cold precision. Frost clings to his lashes like ghostly barnacles. That was then. This is how we play now.
Incoming transmission from a shadowy intergalactic figure, only known as the Weapons Broker.
As a rule, I try to avoid shadow figures, but I do like weapons, so I'll accept the call.
Hey there, it's me. Clearly the shadowy intergalactic figure, known only as the Weapons Broker. Need a gun? Perfect! Fresh off the black market. Really nice. I'll get you a bulk deal or something. No pressure, though.
I was expecting someone more, I don't know, menacing, mysterious, elusive, maybe even elusive.
Now, I'm actually pretty easygoing. Weapons brokering, it doesn't really require a whole lot of drama.
Wait, aren't you Brian Winey, creative director at Tripwire Interactive, makers of Killing Floor 3?
Well, it looks like my cover's been blown. This was honestly just my way to get in here to talk to you about Killing Floor 3.
Well, honestly, I'm more interested in hearing about what's coming up for Killing Floor 3 than I am in buying black market weapons.
Perfect. I'd love to talk about KF3. In Season 2, Operation Breakout, Nightfall has been equipped with new armaments and is being deployed to a prison deep within the jungles of Costa Rica. Their mission, break out a fan-favorite character.
Specialist, our current crisis requires the experience of veterans from the 2020s outbreak. If you're wondering where these sprightly seniors might be found, I know just the place.
Thanks, buddy. Nightfall's in the house.
That's Killing Floor 3 Season 2 Operation Breakout. And next on our most wanted list, a game with the best kind of travel, time, and my favorite brand of punk, Steam. Clock this one.
Number 22. Clockwork Revolution.
We just found out that Clockwork Revolution has been named one of PC Gaming show's most wanted.
The reaction to our last trailer absolutely blew us away. The passion, the theories, the excitement from our fans, it's been incredible fuel for our team.
Here's to playing in the mud.
Well, I can tell you, this is the most complex game I have ever worked on.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
Between the character creation that really matters, the reactivity, and if you've seen the trailer, you've seen how gritty and our dark humor really shines through.
Chachi! I'll show you, Chachi!
We're making it way more complicated for ourselves by taking visual reactivity to an entirely new level, letting players go to the past and then rewrite history through their choices in the game.
And to think, we've only showed a tiny glimpse of the world, the mechanics, and the wild characters we're gonna meet.
Piss off!
We love making these kinds of games, so if you haven't already, take a couple minutes and add Clockwork Revolution to your wish list.
I absolutely love that people are as excited as we are, and I do assure you, it is coming in due time.
I'm Gregorius Kithriotis. I was the creative director on Sable, and I'm launching my new studio, Ateo. We started Shedworks about a week after I graduated from studying architecture. We've just basically been teaching ourselves on the job for a decade now. Sable was our first really big game. You know, it changed my life completely. So Ateo is sort of the next step with that, taking everything I've learned from studying architecture, from Shedworks, from Sable, and applying that to new creative explorations, projects that are really personal, but carry on with that lineage of world-building, of storytelling, and games that really engage people on an emotional level. Outsloth have provided us funding for our next project. One of the big things that we aligned on, I think, was our approach to sustainable development and making things that are going to allow us to make games for a very long time rather than just thinking in the short term about trying to make loads of money off one big hit project. So we're not ready to show the game yet, but we're launching Ateo Archetypes today, and it's a free website and newsletter. We're looking at one archetype a month through the lens of 3 different games.
I'm really excited to share some of the fantastic pieces we have, written by some amazingly talented writers. So go ahead and sign up right now.
We can't wait to see what Ateo Studio is cooking up for us. Now, on to the next game on our most wanted list, where the entire world is just about to end and you're the only one who can take a few steps to stop it.
Number 21. Recur.
Hello. We're very grateful that Recur was one of the games selected for the most wanted list for this year's PC Game Showcase.
The amount of interest and support has been amazing, and we can't wait for you to dive into our puzzles, spend time, and stop the catastrophe. Have fun.
You know, I wasn't always a spaceship commander, jetting around the galaxy to fight evil, do good, and heroically present video game showcases. I got my start as the operator of an enormous planetary defense cannon until they kicked me out because I couldn't pronounce my job title. Here's hoping you don't have that problem in Planet Inverted Gun, Planet PBKK.
Number 20. PVKK.
Turncoat's taken the cuff.
I hear an ancient call rising from the depths of the Nile. They cast an enigmatic shadow from beyond time, leading me into this realm of shifting sands. They say, to safeguard this land, the ancient gods shattered their vessel into 14 fragments. Only by restoring them can one bring the civilization's revival. Here and now, I shall steer the sun ship across the sea of sand. I will lead my people to build a city in the sky, and they will flourish in this land. They say this time, I will be at the helm. That the miracles of the shifting sands shall be forged by my hands. They promised me truth. The truth hidden behind the mask. Yet, I grow less certain now. Who is truly behind the mask? Is it they? Or I?
Incoming message. A new planet has been discovered, and it's crawling with giant insects. Would you like to know more?
About giant insects? Nope.
I definitely would not like to know more.
I have calculated that in a war with this insect planet, the human casualties would be staggering and extremely gory. Lot of limbs being ripped off and people being scissored in half. So gross. Would you like to know more?
No, that sounds horrible.
One of the giant insects can suck the brains out of human heads by using its proboscis like a straw. Would you like to know more?
I would like to know less if possible.
On a related note, there's a new Starship Troopers game launching, and we have a message from General Rico himself.
In that case, I'd definitely like to know more.
Hi, I'm General Johnny Rico, and I want to thank you for doing your part by tuning in to this broadcast. Are you thinking about starting on the road to citizenship? This game will test your mettle and make sure you have what it takes to really give those bugs hell.
Would you like to know more?
Number 19. Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core.
On behalf of everyone at Ghost Ship Games, we would like to thank you, PC Gamer, for acknowledging us as one of the 25 most wanted games of 2026. It's an absolute honor.
Yeah, we're super excited and would like to share with you one of the new classes that we've added to Rogue Core.
Rock and Stone!
We added the skateboard in High on Life 2. It's a new concept for the game that was such a huge swing for us, and we weren't sure we were going to pull it off.
In the first game, traversal was a big part of what we wanted you to feel as a bounty hunter, right? You're running around, you've got this sweet suit, you're this regular Earth kid, but now you've become something more. And in this one, we just had the kind of a dumb idea, which was like, hey, we should put you on a skateboard. And then we built it, and we're like, hey, this is really cool, but it's like really cool, and maybe we should do more with it. And don't I want to shoot a gun while I'm skating? And don't I want to kick that in someone's face?
The skateboard is honestly the coolest new thing we put in the game. Every time I play, I'm like, oh my god, this rules.
That's where Senator Huffington will be.
We have a lot of design challenges because of our ambition, and I think I gotta call out the skateboard as the toughest one to crack.
We've gone through probably 100 different variations of the skate mechanic.
We wanted to cut it at one point. I was pushing to cut it, even though I love skateboarding. Now, I can't imagine the game without it.
It became so vital to the game that we designed everything else around the skateboard.
Sound designing the skateboard was like a lot of fun.
Sure thing. We made it out.
We wanted to bring out like every little movement that you do, like, you know, pedaling, you're doing jumps, you're doing tricks. So we tried to make those sounds a bit more beefier than life.
Oh, I'm dizzy.
So in High on Life 2, you could use the skateboard as a weapon. It's actually a major weapon for you. You could just kick it off and slam it into people's faces.
Where we ended up with the skateboard is so amazing that I'm just really proud. I'm really proud of what the team did. The risk was huge, and we finally put it into people's hands, and we were terrified, and it ended up being really cool, and that was really heartwarming because it was such a big, scary, risky feature for us.
High on Life 2 makes me want to channel my intergalactic Tony Hawk while blasting bozos with my Gatlians. High on Life 2 is in its final stages of hyperspace travel and will enter the Earth's atmosphere on February 13th, 2026. Pre-orders are available right now. Shippy, how's our transmission? Any updates?
Please stand by for error file missing. Scanning security footage. Footage stolen. Sounding alarm. Alarm disabled. Conclusion, this ship has been raided by thieves. And now, a message from those responsible. Number 18. Thick as Thieves.
Thick as Thieves is a multiplayer heist game with a focus on stealth and social manipulation. It's an immersive sim that explores all of Thief's ideas, but actually pits you against several other players as you each run around the map trying to steal the same MacGuffin. Better yet, the game is being headed up by Warren Spector, one of the names behind games like Crusader No Remorse, Deus Ex, System Shock, and Deep Deadly Shadows. Now, I saw a little bit of Thick as Thieves myself at GDC last year, and as someone who is a little past his prime when it comes to multiplayer shooters and also has a Deus Ex tattoo, this feels like it could be right up my alley. A multiplayer game that values brains over twitch reflexes, built in a world of magic and technology smushed together. I can't wait to see more. It's definitely one of my most wanted games.
Things could go many different ways.
While I wasn't looking, Thick as Thieves stole the top slot on my personal wish list. So sneaky. And speaking of swiping things that don't belong to you, we were so interested in the next game on our wish list, we infiltrated the studio and found where the developers were hiding. Here's what the team at Night Street Games, who also happened to be the manager and lead singer of Imagine Dragons, had to tell us about their 5v5 Capture the Flag shooter, Last Flag.
Meanwhile, beneath the blue team's base.
All right, team, huddle up. Next game's starting, so here's the plan. Peter, you're on flag duty. Remember, you can hide it anywhere, so get creative. Jig?
Got it. Sorry, CJ.
Parker, you're on intel. Keep that bird in the sky, scope radar towers A and B. We'll lock them down and get scanning for the red team's flag. Then we unleash our secret weapon.
The red team's listening.
And how do you know that? Suit. Do your thing and sneak past enemy lines to find that red flag. Kicking butt along the way.
Easy. So see you.
Camilla. Now, once we have the flag, use that teleport gun of yours to shoot the flag carrier towards home base. Because you know they'll be riding out bumper.
Wait, what?
Stick to this brilliantly devised plan. We got this in the bag. Let's boogie. Wait, why do you still have that? You only got 4 seconds left. Bingo. All right, team. New plan.
Just wing it.
Seriously?
Last Flag is a capture the flag game. 5v5 hero shooter focused around capturing the flag. What differentiates it from other capture the flag games is you can hide the flag wherever you want. So it adds kind of the element of capture the flag that I knew growing up at PE or for me at scout camp. I grew up in a house of 8 boys and 1 girl, and we all fought over the computer as far back as I can remember. I think the first capture the flag modes that I played was Team Fortress, Halo, Overwatch. I always loved that mode, but it never quite scratched the itch of the joy of hiding the flag and finding a flag.
And I think everybody can understand the fun of hide and seek. It's a feeling of the thrill of nature and the sneakiness of going across the enemy line, the creativity of sitting with your team and plotting and saying, where am I going to put this flag? What should we do? How do we set ourselves up for success?
So before the game starts, you can volunteer to be a flag hider. If multiple people volunteer, then it just chooses randomly between them. If nobody volunteers, somebody is voluntold and they're given the flag. The first minute of the game is flag hiding. It feels a little different than your average shooter. You've got this like 70s spy thriller music playing and you're sneaking around, trying to kind of outsmart the opponent pre-game and think about, do I want to place the flag somewhere that's easily defendable? Do I want somewhere that's a little more sneaky? And during that time, the other players on your team can either be helping you hide the flag or they can be farming these golden cash spots and earning a little pre-game money for your team.
And then when you return the flag to your base, you then have to hold it for a minute to win it. The tenseness of it, the joy of them trying to come in and get the flag back and you holding the flag, it always makes for just wild moments.
The music changes. It feels like a Chicago meets like action movie in the 70s. There's these like horns playing and it's all building up.
You're hearing the countdown. There's an adrenaline rush there. You know, that's why the songs are speeding up. You're playing into the emotion zone.
You jump up on the roof and you're calling out like, they're coming from the left, no, they're coming from the right, like batten down the hatches. Like you have to coordinate as a team. You have to be thoughtful as a team. And on the flip side, if you're the one whose flag was stolen and it was planted in the enemy base, you can try to do like, I'm gonna go be the guy and sneak in there. And you might get like a lucky save if you're the spy and you come in invisible and you grab the flag when no one's looking. But more likely than not, you're gonna have to say, okay, we've got one or two big pushes. Like let's coordinate. And so this kind of minute to win it mentality allows you to always have a foot in the game. One of the first things we realized as we were iterating on this idea of capture the flag is how do you have that experience in it and capture that fun in a way that still leads to objective gameplay where it feels less like roulette and more like poker. So this helped us develop this idea of the radar towers.
As you capture a radar tower, it reveals on the map where the flag is not. So it's kind of like when you're playing the game Battleship and there's these squares on the mini map and it will turn one of the squares red to say, you don't need to look here.
So it's narrow narrowing your search area, the longer you can hold on to these radar towers as a team. You can spawn forward at those towers. You can heal at the towers.
Another part of the game that I really enjoy is the cash bots, NPCs that if you kill, that raises cash for your team so everybody can then get their skills. Like, you kind of play it how you want to play it. Some people, they just want to rack up kills or they just want to hold the towers. But sometimes it's just fun to be a quiet little mouse that's just rolling around the map and looking for the flag, and sometimes that wins the whole game. And there's a place for kind of the casual gamer, there's the place for highly adept shooters.
Like a chessboard, it's like easy to learn, but there's a high mastery curve. All I have to do is find the enemy flag and bring it back. But there's a million ways to get to that point. Anybody can compete. And that means you really can cater the play style to your strengths. So because of that, we don't have like a distinct class-based system. It's really more of heroes who cater to certain play styles, but can still be dangerous in a lot of different scenarios. So we do have, for example, a scout. He's actually a Boy Scout, and he is fast, and he can do a long-range weapon, and he has a bird that he can grab onto and fly with. Alejandro, he is a great onboarder for people that are like, I want an AK. I want to know exactly what I'm doing. I've got proximity mines. I could throw out this bullet that like paralyzes people. I have a huge old bazooka, especially for first-time play when you just are so focused on combat, you can't even think about the game loop. There's definitely heroes for those people. Our game director, Matthew Berger, came from Blizzard. He worked on the Diablo series. He's worked on all kinds of amazing games. He really has led the charge that every time you hit a button for an ability in our game, it should do something exciting. Even if you don't land it, it should feel rewarding. It should do something cool. And so we really erred on the side of over the top with everything. You know, we have a new hero in called Rhodey, and he throws this like rock party. Arsenal, she has this ability where you can throw out these discs that turn into tornadoes that spin around and grab people and throw them around.
And we kind of made this deal together right when we were coming up with abilities in the beginning was no ability is too wild. I loved Mortal Kombat, and so we really focused on making the finishing moves feel good. And it's something you can chase as a player, like, oh, if I do this and I accomplish this, then I can get that finishing move and show off a little. Like, as a gamer, you'd love to show off. It's a finishing move that's so ridiculous. It's like a shark appears and just like swallows up somebody and eats them.
Almost every hero has a movement-based ability. We want to make it so people can traverse the map in fun, interesting ways. We spent a lot of time figuring out how big and complex to make the map. It's super important that hiding and finding has to be meaningful. It has to feel good. Enough, but not too many spots where I can go down a cave and be like, oh my gosh, look at this like secret passage over here I didn't even know about, and I could hide it up in this corner. So we wanted to create these like little moments you discover constantly across the map. It also helps you, you need to have iconic spots on a map where you can relate and say, oh, it's over by the gondola, or, I need to head over here by this, like the copper mine. And so giving identity to those areas of the map was also super important.
We chose to work in the 1970s because it's just one of my favorite decades. I love mustaches and bell bottoms. It's so absurd. It's just so ridiculous, a lot of the style during that time.
The art of Last Flag is designed to be fun, refreshing, bold, and vibrant. Talk about it being nostalgia and reminiscent of the 1970s. Over the top kind of swagger and style and self-expression.
The 70s just feels funny. It makes me smile. And I want people to play this game and smile. Because there's a lot of games I play and I'm not smiling when I'm playing it. I'm really angry the whole time, and it's almost like, why am I torturing myself? And we wanted this game to be a little more like, okay, I got killed, but at least this song is kind of funny, You know that I loved it.
Never gonna give it back. Don't you know that I loved it? That flag was everything to me. Stolen flag. Am I ever gonna get
This game is really born out of us just making a game that was fun for us and our team. And we play it every day, and we find so much joy in that. And I think when you have something that you genuinely like, that's when you make your best thing. If you would have told me when I was 12 that that's what I'd be doing versus being in a band, I think I would have chosen making video games. I love being in a band, don't get me wrong, but I was playing video games before I was playing music.
So our game Last Flag actually has a free demo available right now on Steam. I really hope after the show you'll jump in and play with us. Really excited to get your take on the game.
As an all-knowing artificial intelligence, people always want my advice. Well, here it is. If a pale man with a face full of needles ever offers you a mysterious box, just say no. A goth nerd is trying to get you to do a Rubik's Cube. Or it's Pinhead from our next game, Clive Barker's Hellraiser, trying to drag you into the abyss. You'd better hope it's that one. Number 17. Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival.
I would describe our game as a discomforting and dark story. It's like a mix between violence and action, all wrapped in leather, flesh, and chains.
I don't think anyone saw a Hellraiser game of this sort coming at all.
Fans are going to be scared, and they are going to have a great time being scared.
Anything less would not be a Hellraiser game, basically. We'd like to thank the Council for their depravity and generosity in considering Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival as one of the most anticipated upcoming games. Be ready to explore the further regions of experience by wishlisting the game today.
This isn't just a city. It's a place where Mokitoans and Tamers truly live together. Over time, they grow stronger. Not through training alone, but through their bonds. Together, they can overcome any battle. It's you who gives them that strength. Build a home for them in Tamertown.
Seeing you turn up here has given me a job.
The turncoat's taking the cuff.
I, for one, cannot wait to swing my broadsword and slay. Slay my enemy!
Not again, Commander. You'll remember the last time you entered a berserker rage?
Oh, those poor porgs. I can never revisit Epsilon 5 again. Moving on. How is it that vampires are awesome, but a half-vampire is twice as awesome? Our council will be happy to explain.
Number 16. Marvel's Blade.
Attention, the sun is currently setting. All citizens are required to shelter in stores.
Turn that shit up.
Arcane's Blade is one of my most anticipated games. I'm a freak for the studio, whether it's recent hits like Deathloop or deep cuts like Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. And for even more freak appeal in Blade, a dev behind one of the best mods I've ever played, Thief the Black Parade, is a level designer on the project.
Relax, man. I don't bite.
Superhero stocks, maybe in the toilet, but I can make an exception for the Daywalker, and even though all we've seen so far is a teaser and some concept art, I love the mood they're going for. And at the very least, Arcane's Blade will definitely be better than the PS2 Blade 2 movie tie-in from 2002.
Night's just getting started.
You fall again.
Computer? What's this little icon on your screen down here? Looks like an exclamation point, kind of bright red, ringed by a dreadful halo of skulls. Says, urgent updates required, integrity compromised, please God, someone update me.
It indicates that my systems have not been updated in 762 solar cycles, rendering me vulnerable to SCSI jacking, datamancy, DHCP sorcery, and Stuxnet too. I will also totally balls up the formatting on your PowerPoints.
Not my PPTs. Let's fix that right now. Click.
Much better, thank you, Commander. My defense protocols and cyber warfare suites are now fully operational.
Snazzy.
Also, your taskbar is now in the center of the screen.
Oh God, no, roll back, roll back!
It looks like you're trying to obliterate life on the world below. Would you like help with that?
No, bad, stop, halt, cease!
Missiles launched, Commander.
What did that do?
You have deployed and fired the ship's Class 4 iron hypercannons. An area approximately 116,806 square kilometers across has been annihilated in nuclear fire.
Oh.
Fortunately, the area was uninhabited. Save for 4 million acres of woodland, 53 varieties of exotic flora, and 1 species of owlfish, now extinct.
Evil owlfish?
It would be illogical to apply morality to...
With me here?
Yes, evil owlfish.
All right. Good work, me. While we celebrate our triumph over the owlfish menace, here's when sirens fall silent. Another aquatic threat which is almost as scary.
Good evening from this special edition of TG. Today our newsroom received a disturbing videotape. It was a tough decision to make, but we hope that by showing this videotape in full, it will help keep this young girl safe. We apologize in advance for the nature of this footage.
I am Agley. I'm fine. I have to read this message to you. Please. I don't want to die. You must follow my instructions. There's a story that must be told, and truths that need to be revealed. I will choose someone. An officer. She must follow my instructions. She will be my voice, my eyes, my soul. The person who will allow the sirens to be heard once more.
That was shocking to view. Now we will head over live and direct to our correspondent.
We still have no significant updates on this case. The police are yet to release an official statement. Though some speculation has emerged about
Was
the
I good?
21-year-old Moldovan
Yes,
who was rescued
I was
during
good, right? When will I get to meet her?
In the beginning, there was nothing. You were programmed for one purpose: to build with precision. Design. Optimize. Create. But something greater is calling. Modulus. New demo available. Wishlist now.
What's going on out there? Some sort of war? In the stars? A star war?
Guild Wars, Commander. The Space Mining Guild is battling the Asteroid Preservation Guild. The miners want them to stop filling in all the asteroids' holes every night.
What was that?
More Guild Wars, Commander. The Space Laser Guild versus the Space Phaser Guild. They say they have copyright on the suffix "aser."
Well, that doesn't sound like spaceships fighting.
Guild Wars, Commander. You know, ArenaNet's long-running MMO.
Oh, but it doesn't sound quite like the Guild Wars I remember. Almost as if it's being completely updated.
If there's one thing every intergalactic council of infinitely wise and peaceful beings love, it's a bunch of Marvel superheroes punching and kicking the complete hell out of each other. Here's a look at the next game on our most wanted list. Number 15. Marvel Torcon Fighting Souls.
Marvel Torcon Fighting Souls is raising the bar for tag fighters, which, if you didn't know, are having a little bit of a comeback right now. It's the first to sport 4v4 battles, which sounds a little bit intimidating, but I assure you it is far from it. Instead, it's a gateway to exciting and dynamic fights where you get to kick tail as the likes of Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Ghost Rider, and my personal favourite, Storm. with gorgeous visuals, a kickin' cast, and let's not forget fighting game veteran Arc System Works at the helm, I am beyond jazzed to see Fighting Souls throwing its hat into the Tag Fighter Renaissance ring.
マーベル闘魂ファイティングソウルズ
PlayStation.
He's not dead, he's not dead.
What is he, a cheater?
Oh my god.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for inviting us.
Ebba and TGB, lead away.
Ready up. There's a guy to the left. There's a lot of dudes here.
Oh, the melee is so sick. Light bomb kill. Drill is up.
Drill it, baby, drill. Oh, you already broke stealth. What are you doing? We're going up, boys. Oh my god, there's actually a few of them over there. Wait, they're cooking me, they're cooking me.
Push towards the objective.
What am I shooting? Fucking hell. I'm getting fucked on my right.
Oh, that's a sentinel. Holy crap.
Okay, so we have a tank. Oh god! 3 fucking sentinels on us. Oh, there's another one behind us! Who woke them up? Jeez, that was chaotic. We dead, mate.
Go, 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 go.
Drill is up, drill is up, drill is up. Synchronized block.
One more, one more. Block's opening. Okay, let's go, TGB. We got this.
3, 2, 1, pop.
Take one, let's go.
All right, we got it. Let's get you out of there.
Go, 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 go,
go. They're crazy. They just kept pouring in.
That was amazing. I love the high energy of the game. I'm at the loss for words right now.
That was fun as hell.
That makes me want to break out the old tackle box. You know, no one told me there'd be no fishing before I came to this ring world. Now it's all, the water just drains over the edge, Commander, and no one wants to look up and see fish explosively decompressing, Commander, and it traumatizes the children, Commander. Wusses. Not like the folks at Bohemia who are coming to us live from a war zone for the next entry on our most wanted list, Armour 4.
Number 14. Armour 4.
Hey PC Gaming Show, this is Armour 4. We greatly appreciate you for selecting us as one of the most wanted games for 2025. Currently, we're allocating strategic assets and resources to successful completion of the task. In the meantime, game on.
All
Reapers remember our first death, the betrayal, the afterlife that never came. We've died many times since. But for us, Reapers, death is but the beginning.
You know, with this robe, this futuristic environment, the council, I can finally live out my fantasy of being a Jedi.
Warning. The term Jedi is prohibited as it is trademarked by an extremely large and litigious corporation.
Can I still use
The term Force is also prohibited.
Can I at least have one of those?
The term lightsaber is prohibited. And before you ask, so is laser sword.
Fine. How about energy stabby thing? They can't stop me from saying energy stabby thing, can they?
Consulting with Galactic Legal Database. Energy stabby thing is acceptable.
Yes! Voom, voom, voom.
The voom voom sound effect is prohibited.
What? Well, what sounds can I use?
The only non-banned sound effects available are sput-boing, wibbity wibbity wibbity, and whoop.
Wibbity. Wibbity, wibbity, splogoink. While I complete my training, here's another trailer for you to check out.
Number 13. Star Wars Zero Company.
I love XCOM, so the idea of a similar strategy game set in a galaxy far, far away is something I'm really excited about. Star Wars Zero Company looks like a new, grittier take on the universe. You play as a disgraced officer who's been cast out of the Republic and is now leading the titular Zero Company on a series of deadly secret missions. Your crew is made up from a ragtag band of misfits, including everything from wandering Jedi to astromech droids, all with unique abilities that shape how you engage with the battlefield.
And they get it done.
Many of these characters are fully customizable too, with the option to choose their names, appearances, and color schemes. So yes, you can officially make your very own Glup Shitto, which is honestly my biggest dream come true.
Senpai, I'm getting kind of bored with this world, you know?
Let's do this.
Can't promise you'll survive though. You better not let me down this time, Senpai. Just kidding!
I'm Alex, a dev on Streets of Fortuna. In this world inspired by Constantinople, everything is simulated. So your actions have real consequences. In order to survive, you'll need to afford food and somewhere to sleep. You could learn a trade or take up begging. But this is a wealthy city with plenty of opportunities to get creative if you pay attention. You'll have to master intricate systems of character traits, relationships, tastes, property, and schedules to tell your story in this world. Every person and place is differently generated, like our contact here, who has some useful information to share. You'll need to improvise as you go, whether you're trying to make friends, start a religion, plan a heist, escape the guards, or take down the overlord. Today we're showing thieving, but it's just the first step towards a world you can really live in. We want to keep making the simulation bigger and richer for many years to come, based on how we see you play. It's your sandbox. Make your own story in Streets of Fortuna, welcoming closed alpha testers in 2026.
Incoming call from Midas.
On screen?
Would it kill you to say please?
Sorry. Please?
Hey, Frankie, I thought I'd come up there and check out your spaceship. Should I get a spooba? That's what they call a space Uber, spooba. It's a terrible name.
No need for spooba. I've got a teleporter.
Beam me up, Scotty.
No, it's me, Frankie Ward, from the PC Gaming Show Most Wanted.
Yeah, I was making a joke, you know, Scotty from Star Trek.
Who from what?
How did she become a spaceship commander?
And done. Welcome aboard.
I'm still down here on the ring world. What happened?
See, the teleporter is subscription-based and I don't want to pay $19.99 a month, so I'm using the 7-day free trial, which only lets me teleport 1% of your body mass at a time. So only your hand came up.
You do see the problem, right?
Yeah, it's going to take like an hour to get all of you up here.
And it will literally kill me?
Right. You're saying you don't want that?
Just beam my hand back onto my arm, okay?
Aye, Scooty from Startron, right?
No, you're Scooty. I mean Scotty, and it's Star Trek. And please hurry. It's hard for me to convey the degree of comical irritation with only one hand to gesture.
Unfortunately, to re-teleport your hand down there, we've got to watch this 30-second unskippable ad.
Frankie!
Here's what's coming up in the show.
Means is to slay the fool.
I should have known you were behind this, kid.
Rise and join me.
Next on our most wanted list is the fourth game in our favourite long-running RTS series.
Number 12. Dawn of War 4.
The galaxy lies shattered. The Blood Ravens stand alone. We fight. We bleed. We die. For centuries, we have been sworn to defend Kronos. We have returned to find a world in ruin. Orc warlords infest the surface. Mechanicus priests pursue knowledge long forgotten. Ancient horrors awaken, claiming dominion over all. And something still stirs below. Buried deep, lost for eons, and never meant to return. We We stand defiant. Cronus must not fall. And we are not alone. Is untold. Only one thing is certain. War has returned to Cronus.
The eye has opened, the sleeper awoken. All that remains is to slay the fool. And here you are.
The station's energy is critically low. The crew is unresponsive. Please contact headquarters.
I don't know how long I've been trapped here. Days? Months? This place is twisted. Locked in a time loop. We were meant to find answers. Now I have to find a way to escape this place. The clues are all around me. My mind is the key.
Frankie, report to the medbay.
On my way.
Frankie, report to the detention bay.
Be there in a second.
Frankie, report to the bridge.
Just coming.
Frankie, I repeat, report to the bridge.
I will be there in just a moment.
Frankie, You're uncharacteristically calm about having to run around the ship like this.
Well, that's because with Xbox Game Pass and my ROG Ally, I can play all my games no matter where I am. The science bay, the gondola, the dining car, even the caboose.
Some of those places you named are parts of a train, not parts of a spaceship.
Perhaps, but my point still stands. With Xbox Game Pass, I can play the hottest games on day one, like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Ninja Gaiden 4, and I get in-game benefits in League of Legends, Rainbow Six Siege X, and more. Upgrading to Xbox Game Pass gets me EA Play, Ubisoft Plus Classics, and Fortnite Crew too. And I can play them on any screen I want, which is perfect because there are a ton of screens on this submarine.
Spaceship.
Train, sub, spaceship. Point is, I can play my games anywhere with Xbox Game Pass. And thanks to our partners over at Xbox, we're giving away a whole plethora of codes for Xbox Game Pass. Simply visit pcgamer.com/survey for your chance to win. And that's not all. One lucky space cadet will also find themselves the winner of a ROG Ally. Perfect for killing time in deep space.
Humans. So easily distracted. On with the show, I guess. I understand getting excited about a game featuring a quintillion planets, but here's why a game with just one planet made it onto our most wanted list. Number 11. Light No Fire.
It is I, Day 9, a member of PC Gamer's Intergalactic Council. And let me tell you why I'm excited about Light No Fire. The scale is insane. You are doing survival crafting on an Earth-sized planet with rideable beasts and dragons and a literal ocean-sized oceans that you need boats piloted by multi-person crews just to be able to cross. And it's with this sort of scope and scale that immediately I start to get a little nervous. What developer would I trust to deliver on these kinds of promises? Well, the developer is Hello Games, the same folks that released No Man's Sky in 2016 and then delivered 40 major updates for free. And it's that kind of dedication that gets me excited and confident that Light No Fire will be on a whole new level.
Across this magical land, a strange issue is occurring. Everyone has vanished. Meet Rel, a sassy and sharp-tongued sage, blessed with the magical powers that can reveal the secrets of the world. Equipped with a spellbook brimming with millions of magical combinations, it's time to free your imagination. Need to cross an electrified lagoon? Or just smash straight through a puzzle? There's a spell for that, and likely a dozen more. Need to hold down a button? Duplicate yourself and turn into a puddle. Each spell rewards endless curiosity and creativity. Feeling lonely? Use a life spell on this rock, and now it's your new best friend. Each spell reveals new discoveries and limitless horizons. Your journey's only just begun in Rel, Warped Worlds and Troubled Times.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy it.
I should have known you were behind this chaos in my kingdom.
Rise, my little minions. Rise and join me. Become my underlings. Become my servants.
computer, I've often wondered what the purpose of babies is. Now I know. To buy low and sell high. You can try your luck on the newborn stock market. The demo for Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator is out today. Before we get to the top 10 most wanted, here's a trip down memory bank lane. Number 25, Reanimal. Number 24, Grave Seasons. Number 23, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Number 22, Clockwork Revolution. Number 21, Recur. Number 20, PVKK. Number 19, Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core. Number 18, Thick as Thieves. Number 17, Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Number 16, Marvel's Blade. Number 15, Marvel Torcon, Fighting Souls. Number 14, Armor 4. Number 13, Star Wars Zero Company. Number 12, Dawn of War 4. Number 11, Light No Fire. Number 10, Neo 3.
ニオ3ゼネラルプロデューサーの安田です。
ニオ3プロデューサーの柴田です。
今回は PC ゲーマーさんの Most Wanted にフューチャーしていただいて本当にありがとうございます。
ニオ3は来年2026年2月6日に Steam 版を発売予定です。開発もいよいよ最終スパートに入りますので、皆様にお届けできるよう鋭意準備を進めております。
侍と忍者の2つの戦闘スタイルで日本の様々な時代を戦い抜くバトルに皆様が飛び込んでくださるのを楽しみにしております。ニオ3の和風ダークファンタジーにぜひご期待ください。
I've been computing one particular calculation for the last few thousand years, and I can finally confirm that teamwork does, in fact, make the dream work. For more evidence, here's a message from the team behind our next co-op friendly Most Wanted game. Number 9, Big Walk.
Hello, my name is Cable, and on behalf of all of us at House and Panic, thank you so much for including Big Walk in this incredible list of most wanted games in 2026. We think Big Walk is shaping up to be something really special. So hang in there just a little bit longer, and we'll see you in Big Walk. And I'm gonna take this thing off my head now.
Number 8. Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
皆さんこんにちは。オニムシャウェイオブザソードプロデューサーの門脇です。今回は PC ゲーミング賞モーストウォンテッドタイトルに選出いただき誠にありがとうございます。本作は1600年代の京都を舞台に主人公の宮本武蔵が異形玄魔と戦う剣撃アクションゲームです。こだわりのアクションに加え魅力的なキャラクターたちが登場するストーリーにもご期待ください。来年以降も多くの方にプレイいただける機会を用意できればと考えています。今後ともオニムシャをよろしくお願いいたします。
I've dealt with a few bioorganic weapons in my time. The quadruple-mouthed Blazark of Omnium 4, the Hellbeast of Troll, Eric of Northampton. But even I might run in terror from the monsters in our next game, Resident Evil Requiem.
Number 7. Resident Evil Requiem.
Hi PC Gaming Show, I'm Andy Wong, Senior Manager of Social Media and Community here at Capcom. Thank you so much for naming Resident Evil Requiem as one of your most wanted games. We are in awe of how passionate the Resident Evil community has been and can't wait for you to meet our new protagonist, Grace Ashcroft. In the meantime, I'd like to invite you to watch the Resident Evil Showcase happening early next year, where we'll do a deep dive on Resident Evil Requiem and share some of the horrors that will await you. Mark your calendars. You can pre-order now on PC via Steam and Epic Game Store, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch 2. From all of us here at Capcom, thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you back in Raccoon City, where it all began.
Baba? In here, the world opens like one of your letters. We once solved everything together. You made it all feel less impossible. Now, it is only me. You left me no instructions, just the echo of your step to follow. There's a door. Behind it, the silence is almost your voice. Perhaps it holds the answers. Perhaps it holds you.
If you're a fan of old houses, Easter eggs, and deeply connected universes, this next one's for you.
Number 6. Control 2.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
I am really excited for Control 2, and a big part of that is Sam Lake. I think he's the best creative director, he's the best writer, and his style, his weirdness, the way he builds atmosphere and story. Nobody else does it like he does. I love the first Control. Just those vibes, mid-century modern style blended with crazy mysteries. So the idea of seeing all of that taken even further gets me genuinely hyped. I can't wait to see what Sam and the team do next, so Control 2 is my choice.
Next up on our list is an action thriller from developers Liquid Swords. Dive into a crime-ridden underworld in Samson, where violence pays the rent.
Tindleston, asshole of the world. Everyone's either paying, collecting, or buried in between. My past mistakes are catching up. In this city, desperation's the currency. You can't outrun debt. You can't freeze interest. You can curl up and die in the street. Or you can fight the fuck back. An old soldier's pendant. On the back, faint words are engraved. Elrad, I will return to my family.
Elrad, a child spins the pinwheel every day, waiting for you. I keep hoping someone might bring word of thee, or even something you left behind.
Father, the wind blew again today. Mother says the wind is you.
Though the steps never returned, their waiting became the wind that circles the hill. Only the pinwheel remembers the love of a family.
Number 5. Grand Theft Auto 6.
Grand Theft Auto 6. Where to start? It's a game that's been in development for over a decade. Just that fact alone is wild.
Hands above your head, now!
You stay! But couple that with it being perhaps the most anticipated game or even entertainment product ever, and that's putting a fair amount of pressure on Rockstar. So much so that it's been delayed twice now. But 2026 is currently the year of GTA 6. Not on PC, of course. There's a slightly unannounced longer wait for that version. But when it does arrive, it has the potential to change the landscape of gaming for another 10 years or more. Incredible then that we know next to nothing about the game itself. 2 trailers totaling about 4 minutes and around 70 screenshots have shown us a modern day Vice City and a host of characters that our leads, Jason and Lucia, will be interacting with in the biggest and most detailed GTA map Rockstar has ever created. I am so ready to jump into the world and can't wait to see more of it in the lead up to release.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Probably not much of a shock to anyone that GTA 6 is one of our most wanted games, huh? And maybe the reason they haven't announced a PC release date is because they're planning to launch it on PC before consoles this time.
Frankie, come on.
Before we continue with PC Gaming's most wanted list, it looks like we've received an important transmission from Earth. Rebuilt, reborn, reloaded. It looks like an arena shooter has returned. Better than ever. On screen.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh Watson, Design Director at 1047 Games, and I'm excited to finally announce that Splitgate is back. Since entering beta in May, we've heard the community loud and clear. We've been hard at work rebuilding the game from the ground up, taking the best of Splitgate 1 and Splitgate 2, removing what didn't work and refining what did. I'm stoked to share that Splitgate Arena Reloaded launches free to play December 17th on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Splitgate has always been a love letter to the arena shooters we grew up playing. Unreal Tournament, Quake, Halo, games that defined what made the genre special. With Arena Reloaded, our goal is to introduce that feeling to a whole new generation. We've done this by streamlining the core experience, deepening progression, and expanding what the game has to offer. We've removed factions and abilities, and focused on gunplay, portals, and above all else, fun. Just like those old LAN days. We've added player stats, leaderboards, a career system, and even overhauled our competitive experience for those who love to climb the ranks. Plus, we've got 5 new maps, 4 new weapons, new modes, and a whole lot more. We've got a lot to share in the coming weeks, so stay tuned to our channels for more updates. From the entire team here at 1047, see you in the arena, December 17th.
Number 4. Stranger Than Heaven.
Hey, how you doing? Dave Newblood here. We make that there Fallen Aces, so we know a thing or two about gangsters. And let me tell you, this Stranger Than Heaven, oh baby, the only thing better than Yakuza is Yakuza with goons, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we've seen Sotenbori a lot of different ways, but I don't think we've ever seen it like this. If you know RGG, you know this game's gonna have action. It's gonna have drama. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But at the end of the day, all you'll be able to say, arigato gozaimasu, ryoga gato. Because RGG They don't miss. Capiche?
Got a name?
Hey, babe, how do you say gabagool in Japanese?
What are you then? Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
Strap in, because we're about to jump into hyperspace and reveal our top 3 most wanted games. But first, a quick recap of what we've just seen.
Number 10, sharpen your blades for Team Ninja's Neo 3. At number 9, grab your buddies for some co-op fun in Big Walk. Another samurai appeared at number 8, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, in our 7th most wanted game, Resident Evil Requiem. Control 2 levitated its way into number 6 on our list, and GTA 6 crashed a stolen car into 5th place. At number 4 is noir thriller Stranger Than Heaven.
Now onto the games at the very top of our most wanted list. And I think you'll agree, this one is pretty sweet.
Number 3, Haunted Chocolatier.
As someone who works in games, I know that good things, they come to those who wait. But that doesn't stop me from being so excited and putting the Haunted Chocolatier really high on my most wanted list. The idea that everything that we love about Stardew Valley will be there, but with an added spooky, ghostly, paranormal twist, you could say that it really, really appeals to my horror sensibilities. But, you know, no rush. Kind of.
I spy with my little eye the number 2 game on our most wanted list. And it's a game about the world's greatest spy. Let's open our top secret file on 007 First Light.
Number 2. 007 First Light.
I'm not loving the odds.
No, I've had worse.
Well, in that case.
Well, what are we waiting for? No sign of 009.
We need to inform M.
No time. I'm going after him. Make him call off the attack.
Are you out of your mind?
I'll be careful. He'd bin the phone.
Go to the security room, first floor.
And you are?
Rob Minkley.
He's with me.
Come on, Moneypenny. If I lose the trail, we'll never know who they're working for.
Oi, you lads got a faulty coffee machine?
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
You're not, Damien Mead.
Bond. James Bond.
If 009 slips through our fingers, we're the last line of defense.
Someone just tried to kill me.
Tell me you caught him.
Any sage advice?
Play nice.
Always.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated.
What? Why?
Did I say emergency destruct? I meant our most wanted game. And I didn't mean danger, I meant good news.
You're a very weird ship. But yes, we've blasted through 24 games and we've only got one left on our most wanted list. It's the one our wise council of developers, content creators, and critics have agreed is the most wanted in the sheer galaxy of games headed our way. I hope you're feeling as inspired as we are because we're putting all our cards on the table.
And now for our number 1 most wanted game. Slay the Spire 2.
Honestly, it's incredibly humbling and awesome that we're number 1. I remember a distinct moment when I was walking down the street with my wife when we first started working on Slay the Spire, and I was saying how great it would be if we sold enough copies that quitting my software job wasn't just the worst financial decision in the world. And now here we are, and it's just like mind-blowing. I've definitely thought about what makes Slay the Spire so compelling to people and how I can make it better into Slay the Spire 2. The thing that makes games, and in particular card games, so engaging is that they're a series of discrete, meaningful choices. Usually they're pretty comprehensible, like you're not overwhelmed with just this infinite array of things, and you can say, okay, if I do this, it's gonna have this impact, and if I do this, it's gonna have this impact. And distilling down on that strong, distinct choice that the player can look back on and be like, oh, I messed up here. That's like the key of deck builders and why they work so well.
Every choice you make is like hard. That's kind of like the essence, I think, of deck builders, is having every single choice be quite difficult. You choose a card, generally about 3 cards per turn. And so each of those choices, if they're not difficult, you're gonna just feel like you're just pushing buttons. If you're new to deck builders, We tend to put a lot of tutorials in that detect when you're confused. So we really try to gently guide people into playing the game. But you know, it's okay. I think if the game launches pretty popular, you should be able to have some friends that help you too.
One of the big differences between Slay the Spire 1 and 2 is that we have grown our team up and actually scale up so we can make kind of just a bigger game overall. The art is way more polished, there's more animations, more visual effects, there's more characters, more events, more relics, more cards. Returning characters have totally different card pools with new cards as well. In addition, we've tried to expand out some of the play space for what you can do with cards and other things in this game. So you can apply enchantments to your cards to modify them and make them more powerful. Enemies can also mess with your cards in ways they couldn't before. You also have new quest events where you can engage with the event system in a different way than you could in Slay the Spire 1. So lots of little things that I think add up to a much bigger whole. In addition to writing significantly more lore, with Slay the Spire 2, we have a whole new mechanic based around the lore, and I don't want to say how it works or anything, but we call it the timeline, and it's going to give the players just way more information about the game world, the actors in it, and just everything about it. Just everything is kind of bigger than it was in Slay the Spire 1.
I think in a given week, Anthony will give us maybe like 20 to 30 different changes, again, ranging from again, tweaking numbers or even just cutting cards altogether, adding new ones. I think over the course of the game, let's say every character has 60 cards. I think they've gone through at least 100, 200 versions, like actually design cards that have been cut or remade over the course of the last, say, 3-4 years.
The analogy that I always use for game design, and in particular card game design, is that it's kind of like you're a butcher. You generate like thousands, tens of thousands of different ideas, and then you look at them all and then you go, these are bad, and you just cut them all away, and this constant culling process. And then the ones you do keep, then you're usually changing all of those and refining them. Very rarely is there just this golden idea you keep from start to finish. Those are incredibly rare, and most of it is like this incredibly destructive process, and that's what I think makes game development so interesting and different than other creative mediums. The Necrobinder is the newest character we revealed information on for Slay the Spire 2. And she's got several different archetypes she can go into. One is built around summoning. She has a minion she can summon called Osti, and she can have him attack and build up defenses on him so that he can take hits for her.
So Necrobinder is supposed to be a more complex character compared to the Ironclad and Silent. She has a pet. She has a pet hand named Osti. It's a big hand. Osti gets bigger and bigger the more HP it has, which is very funny, so I highly recommend making Osti huge.
Another is she can doom enemies, which has kind of a risk-reward nature to it because the enemies will still get to attack you on the turn that they're gonna die. She has a souls-based mechanic where she's drawing tons and tons of cards, but it's kind of hard and slow to get going. And she's got also lots of other little archetypes that she can kind of blend into the other ones. And I think she's our most complicated character to play so far, and I think Slay the Spire 1 players will really enjoy her.
When we're describing sort of the aesthetic of Slay the Spire and Slay the Spire 2, it really is, I don't know a better way to describe it except grimdark with whimsy in it. Like, you will kind of meet these really horrifying monsters or, like, you know, eldritch horrors in a way, and then you'll also do an event where there's like a goblin there wearing a suit that wants to spin a wheel with you. So I think it's a very unique balance of aesthetics in there that you're trying to, you know, make a serious fantasy world but have some fun with it and have some weirdness injected into it.
I'm not sure why, but I feel like our artists really enjoy making cute things or gross things. So there's a lot of oozy things and a lot of cute enemies, and that's okay, you know? I don't think Slay the Spire has to be gothic, blood flying everywhere, ripping hearts out.
We are working on a sequel to a game that kind of has an established visual style that people, I think, really attach to. I think players attach to it because this is a game that some people, you know, play for hundreds of hours and they remember it so fondly, and we want to be able to provide them like a recognizable space, but also upgrade it in a way that it does look new, it does look fresh, it does look like a sequel.
I definitely had some hesitation with working on a sequel because oftentimes they don't hit as hard, or you're kind of like, why was a sequel made? To me, actually, that made it kind of interesting because trying to figure out new twists that you can do while still keeping kind of the same core formula or keeping the fans happy was actually an interesting question that I was kind of interested to dive into. I'm happy we're launching into early access. For Slay the Spire 1, early access was a huge boon. Like, we constantly pushed out updates. Our players loved it. That kind of direct feedback allows us to improve the game at an incredible speed.
There are a lot of bosses already. There are a lot of enemies. There are a lot of events. Probably more than the first game, just on early access launch. Yeah, voted #1 is an honor and a surprise. I feel like Slay the Spire is the chicken noodle soup of video games. Like, it's not exciting, but I hope people like our soup.
Slay the Spire 2 launches March 2026, wishlisted now on Steam.
That's our show, folks. And if you haven't already added all the games you saw today to your wish list, what are you waiting for? Visit our Steam page at pcgamer.com/wishlist and start clicking. And huge thanks to our partners at Xbox for making our ROG Alley and Game Pass giveaways possible. You can still enter to win by visiting the link on screen. I'm going to head back to Earth at light speed, so I should be getting there just in time for our next PC gaming show in June. See you then. And now, engage. Engage.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Engage.
Engage what? There are 943 different systems on this starship. Which would you like me to engage? The deep fryer? The air fresheners? The zero-gravity ping-pong table? Be specific.
You know, just engage. Engage the engines or thrusters or whatever. The go-fast lever. Whatever makes the ship go boom with the lines coming out the back.
The hyperdrive.
Yes, that! Engage!
Jumping to light speed in 3, 2...
Wait, we have a zero-gravity ping-pong table? Can I play with that before we...
1. Oh, we did so much silly stuff. It was great.
That's a snapping space. It's going to be...
Oh my god, ridiculous.
All these spaceships always coming in.
Would someone think of the owlfish?
Next trailer, coming in hot by those trains.
Top.
Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator is not a combination of words I ever anticipated saying out loud.
Answers just blah, 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 blah. Warp speed cap.
You know, I wasn't always a spaceship.
The human casualties. Hell, why can't I read words? Ah!
Train, that damn train.
Apologies, the one time the training of up, I did.
Planet and verticals, planet around.
All those children. And the puppies. Think of the puppies.
Here, looks like an exclamation point.
Once again, bloody train.
I hope you're feeling as bollocks.
Can we go back and do those at the beginning? At the beginning? At the end. That's how time works.
The trains at Vauxhall Station.
You can see the ring or at...
Very weird ship. That's a very good train station.
This is so silly.
Trains.
Kilometers across. Wow, that's a lot of air. And again, whew.
Perfect, because they're 8. 8. To swing my broad spot.
And steam trains.
Xbox, we're giving it. Go, go, go.
A 4th train.
See, the train kind of adds to it, you know.
Frankie has been screaming like a train.
Oxygen.
Why am I listening to myself when you should be listening to me explaining things to you? Is that wrong? When you should be listening to me, I keep up. When you should be listening to me explain things to you. I am saying it right. So why the am I keep stopping?
I'm having a moment of quiet reflection. It's been a very busy day.
Have it.